What if I told you that one single real estate decision made by an ordinary school teacher in 2009 turned into a $2.3 million portfolio by 2023? And she started with just $12,000. No trust fund, no Wall Street connections, just a strategy that almost nobody talks about in personal finance class. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly how real estate builds generational wealth, and how you can start, even if you think you can't afford it. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we break down complex financial topics into steps that actually make sense for real 2024. Grab a notebook, because this one is packed. Let's start with the big question. Why real estate? Out of all the ways to build wealth, stocks, crypto, business ownership, real estate has consistently been one of the most reliable wealth-building vehicles in history, and there are 4 core reasons for that. First, cash flow. When you rent a property for more than it costs you to own it, that difference is money in your pocket every single month. Second, appreciation. Over time, real estate values tend to go up. The average U.S. home has appreciated roughly 4% per year over the last. You can control a $300,000 asset with just $60,000 of your own money. No other investment class lets you do that as safely and as predictably. Now let's talk about the different ways you can actually invest in real estate, because this is where most beginners get overwhelmed. They think real estate investing means buying a massive apartment building or flipping houses on HGTV. But there are actually multiple entry points, and one of them is probably perfect for where you are right now. The first strategy is REITs, real estate investment trusts. If you have even $10, you can invest in real estate through a REIT on any brokerage platform. These are companies that own income-producing real estate, and they're legally required to pay out 90% of their taxable income as dividends. Think of it like owning a slice of a shopping mall or an apartment complex without being a landlord. It's not the sexiest strategy, but it's a powerful starting point. The second strategy is house hacking, and this is what that school teacher used. House hacking means buying a multi-unit property, living in one unit, and renting out the others. Let's say you buy a duplex for $280,000. You put 3.5% down using an FHA loan. That's about $9,800. Your mortgage is $1,600 a month. You rent out the other unit for $1,400. Suddenly, you're living for 2 property. This is the buy and hold model. You purchase a single-family home or small multi-family property, rent it out, collect monthly cash flow, and hold it for long-term appreciation. The key here is buying in the right market and running your numbers carefully. You want to follow the 1% rule as a quick filter. If a property rents for at least 1% of its purchase price per month, it's worth analyzing further. A $150,000 home should rent for at least $1,500 per month. Now let's talk about the number one mistake beginners make, and that's skipping the numbers. Real estate is a math game. Before you fall in love with a property, you need to calculate your potential cash flow. Take your monthly rent, subtract your mortgage payment, property taxes, insurance, a vacancy allowance of about 5 to 8%, and a maintenance reserve of another 5 to 10%. What's left is your actual cash flow. If it's positive, you have a deal worth considering. If it's negative, you're not investing. You're gambling. Here's another thing beginners overlook. Your team matters as much as the property itself. You need a real estate agent who works with investors, not just home buyers. You need a lender who understands investment property financing. And eventually, if you want to scale, you'll want a good property manager so this truly becomes passive income. Building that team early, using a free rental property calculator. BiggerPockets has a great one. And if you're not ready to buy yet, start with a REIT inside your brokerage account just to get your mindset in the game. Momentum matters. Real estate has created more millionaires than almost any other asset class in history. And the beautiful thing is, it doesn't require genius. It requires patience, education, and the courage to take that first step. You don't need to be rich to start. You just need to start to get rich. If this video gave you clarity or inspired you to take action,